Hello everyone, and welcome to the part 2 of the ESP8266 data logging tutorial. In part 1, we talked about IIS and setting up the server and verified that our PHP script worked so that we could use our ESP8266 module to write data to a text file. So first things first, it's important to note that I'm using an Arduino IDE, and to do this I use an Arduino Uno board with the ESP8266 connected to the RX and TX return of its serial monitor. So if your wiring looks like that, you're good to go, and we can open up our Arduino IDE and click on serial monitor. Alright, so first things first, we need to make sure it's both new line and carriage return, and that we're set to the correct baud rate. Now, the one I had first was 115,200 baud, but I changed it to 9600 baud. So a good way to check if you're using the right baud is to do AT, and if you get an OK back, you're good to go. So let's just reset our board, make sure it's ready to go. I do still get weird characters here. I'm not sure why that is, but you know, it seems to work fine. Alright, so I'm going to disconnect from my Wi-Fi just to demonstrate how to connect to a network. Oops. I'll take a look at my procedure because I know that it's there. CWQAP. Alright, Wi-Fi disconnect. So, alright, baud rate. Although not necessary, it's good to check your firmware, make sure it was updated fairly recently, August 8, 2015. That's pretty recent for me, since we're in August. So, if you have any errors, you can do something called firmware flashing, or download the utility that I think it's Expressive provides to update its firmware, but I feel like the new modules that they're making now don't have any issues that I've noticed, at least. Alright, so let's connect to a network. You're going to use AT plus CWLAP, and this will give us a list of all of our networks. Alright, Duncan C46, that's our router. So I'm going to connect to that. So you do AT plus CWJAP, then you put quotation marks, router name, comma, quotation marks, password, and enter. Wi-Fi connected, Wi-Fi got IP. Alright, so we're in, that was pretty painless. The next part is connecting to the website we made. Now, the IP address in the video I made earlier turned out to change because I changed router. So I went into my IIS and changed the bindings, so it is now 192.168.2.5. I added some files here, but just disregard that. The only thing that we're going to be using is data.txt to view our data in the PHP script. Now let's take a look at what data.txt has right now. Alright, so clearly already has some data in it. Let's see. Alright, so this is the last reading, 6 volts at 8 seconds. Alright, so let's send our request. Now, you kind of have to work quickly when you connect to a website. For some reason it likes to drop connection, and I'm not sure why that is, so just be mindful of that. When you're making a script for that, you might want to have some sort of function that makes sure that you didn't get a closed response or a dropped connection. You know, I'm not too familiar with the inner workings of this module, so that's something I just haven't been able to fix yet. But anyway, let's connect to our website. So let's set the multiplexer of our chip to 1 to allow multiple connections in case we ever want to connect to more than one website at once. Maybe you have one website dealing with one type of data and another website with another. You never know. Okay, multiple connections. So let's connect to our website. So AT plus CIP start equals. Alright, so this will be connection 1. We're using the TCP protocol because that's what all HTTP servers use, I think. I mean, if you're a computer science engineer, you feel free to correct me. And the IP, which is 192.168.2.5. And then the port, we are on port 80. Okay, connect. So now the clock starts ticking. I prepared my GET request here. So here it is. AT plus CIP send is the length of the message you're about to send. I found out mine is 102 characters, and this is how you need to send it with the Arduino IDE. Whoops. Thing to note with this, CIP send equals, we're sending on connection 1, 102 bits. There we are. Alright, we'll send the first line. Let's change this to 9 and this to 2, just so we know that we're writing now. Alright, first line, second line, third line, and then you just press enter again. Alright, and there it is. Send OK. Successful write to file. So we chose 9 and 2. Let's refresh this and see if that's what shows up. Alright, 9 volts in 2 seconds. So, there it is. This was substantially shorter than setting up the actual website, which, you know, kind of expected. Yeah, that's about it. Other tutorials will show you that you can use the /r/n host. Arduino IDE doesn't recognize these as return a new line, so just disregard it and do it the way I showed you. But yeah, take care everyone. I hope you found this helpful, and I will be posting more videos with this module if I have time. Take care.